everyone, I'm back with another update. In this episode, I'll cover Somali fraud scheme drama in Minnesota, which ties into immigration related news, and updates from the USDA and Health and Human Services Department. Of course, I'll end with the noteworthy tidbits. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is investigating the Minnesota Somali fraud due to claims they gave money to terrorists in Somalia, and CMS Administrator Dr. Oz intends to pull federal funding from Minnesota if their programs aren't cleaned up immediately, with one program's spending surging 3,746% due to the fraud schemes. Border Czar Tom Homan confirmed Homeland Security is investigating Ilhan Omar's likely illegal presence in the United States under accusations she married her brother, and it does appear the White House released proof of this marriage online today. Since a significant portion of the Somalians involved in these fraud schemes are illegal or can have their naturalization revoked, ICE continues to ramp up armed house raids in Minneapolis. This leads us right into our next topic, immigration-related news. The United States government's Trump Gold Card was released, which is a direct pathway to citizenship for all qualified and vetted people. The site is now up and running at trumpcard.gov, and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick explained that the card costs $1 million for an individual, $2 million for a corporation. In Louisiana, some federal agents have moved from New Orleans to Baton Rouge to conduct immigration enforcement operations, and the Department of Homeland Security is spending $140 million on a fleet of Boeing 737s to speed up illegal deportations. HUD Secretary Scott Turner released a report that found between 2021 and 2024, the foreign-born population accounted for more than 60% of rental demand growth, and he revealed the Biden administration mandated landlords give special privilege to unvetted Afghans who were imported into the country. Apparently, they were told no credit checks, no occupancy limits, and no enforcement of fair housing laws. It was found in California that Democrats approved a system ensuring illegal aliens are prioritized for taxpayer tuition over U.S. citizens, and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy has kicked 9,500 semi-truck drivers off the roads because they can't speak English, which puts other drivers at risk. Last for this topic, DHS announced that 2.5 million illegals have left the United States since President Trump took office, with 1.9 million self-deporting and 600,000 being forcefully deported. On to the USA and Health and Human Services Department. USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins surged $700 million for regenerative agriculture, explaining, the Office of Urban Agriculture and Innovative Production, supported by their advisory committee, will extend regenerative priorities into cities and urban areas and urban communities across our great country. Again, aligning with the MAHA agenda, and many of those places in our country, as you know, are those that are facing the most severe crisis regarding nutritious foods and access to nutritious foods. Basically, this is meant to improve soil health and reduce chemicals in our food. As HHS Secretary Kennedy said, with soil health comes nutrient density. FDA Commissioner Marty McCary released a report that was concealed by the Biden administration that shows a potential link between COVID-19 vaccines and child deaths. McCary said of this finding, "We are not trying to scare anybody. You've got to be honest. Young kids are at risk of myocarditis from the vaccine. And of the Biden administration, they suppressed the data. It was never made public. We have a moral obligation to make it public." Last for this topic, Representative Haley Stevens filed articles of impeachment against Secretary Kennedy because filing articles of impeachment because you don't like someone is the popular move for Democrats right now. Now it's time for the noteworthy tidbits, which are brought to you today by Zevo Life. Let me tell you about them quick. Looking for a game-changing way to improve your health? Zevo Life is the world's most nutrient-dense whole plant, packed with over 50% plant protein, essential amino acids, fiber, and antioxidants. Harnessing the best nature has to offer, Zevo Life nourishes your body while driving your performance, vitality, and overall well-being. Each serving is a concentrated source of clean, well-balanced nutrition designed to support modern lifestyles, and just 1 teaspoon a day supports your gut, boosts energy, and promotes healthier skin and hair. It's no wonder that it's receiving rave 5-star reviews. Step into a healthier future with a 30% discount and a 30-day risk-free guarantee by visiting zivo.life and using my promo code. To support my show and to receive 30% off your entire order, enter in my promo code JADE, that's Jade, at checkout. All right, let's get back to the tidbits. United States forces intercepted and seized a sanctioned oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela with a video of the seizure being released. Attorney General Pam Bondi explained the Department of War executed a seizure warrant for a crude oil tanker used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela to Iran, and she confirmed the operation was conducted safely and securely. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon is suing Georgia because the state refused to turn over the voter rolls, and North Carolina is now cleaning up 100,000 voters. President Trump saved $200 million by hiring one air traffic control project manager to modernize the systems, and HHS Secretary Kennedy and Transportation Secretary Duffy unveiled a $1 billion airport upgrade plan that includes nursing pods for mothers, kids' play areas, and exercise equipment for micro workouts. The Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 0.25 points, but President Trump demanded they cut the rates significantly lower, saying, "We should have the lowest interest rates in the world." Senate Majority Leader John Thune revealed that an Obamacare audit found taxpayer subsidies were given without documentation to 90% of fake accounts, and the Government Accountability Office also found that over $94 million was sent to insurers on behalf of dead people, and tens of thousands of Social Security numbers were duplicated. President Trump endorsed State Senator Phil Berger for re-election to North Carolina's 26th Senate District. Senator Katie Britt is pushing to ban social media for American children under the age of 13, saying ages 13 to 17 have said they feel more negative and depressed after being on social media. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed that $100 to $150 billion in tax refunds are coming in 2026, the largest in history, totaling about $1,000 to $2,000 per household. According to an Emerson poll, Senator John Fetterman has a positive 31-point approval with Pennsylvania Republicans, but a negative 6-point approval with Democrats. Florida Attorney General James Uthmire is suing medical organizations for pushing trans surgeries for kids, and it's a felony to perform these surgeries in Florida. The U.S. House passed the $900 billion National Defense Authorization Act, so now it heads to the Senate and then President Trump's desk for signature. A federal judge granted President Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi's request to unseal the Jeffrey Epstein grand jury records in New York. By the way, this is my 1-year anniversary on this show, and it would mean so much to me if you guys could all leave me a review on whatever platform you listen to me on. Until then, I'll be back with another update soon. Please like, subscribe, and share this podcast, and follow me on Instagram and X at Shades of Jade Pod. Thanks for listening and have a great day.